Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. I'm here, you're there. My name's Maggie. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna be doing my makeup once again. This time sorry guys, look at that. I woke up with that one day. Like, what is that? Like, yeah, I know it's a scratch, but I don't even know, dude. I just don't even know. I get so many injuries, I just don't even know anymore. Okay, I got a lot of updates for you guys in regards to traveling, boys, weight. We'll start with that one. That's a good one. So I weighed myself today, 282. We're down 4 pounds, dude. That's like, and I know why. It's because I got nervous this week. I need to start doing my makeup, or else this is gonna be another 45-minute video. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't need that again. So, anyways, I think it's because I get like, when I go on dates with this guy, Thomas, I get like so nervous that I like don't eat for like the whole entire day. And then at the restaurant, I drink like 2 drinks, and then I have like french fries or something, and I don't even finish it, you know? So, like, would I say this is the healthiest way I'm losing weight? No, but I'm losing weight, guys. I did go on a walk today too. Probably for about an hour, I would say. It is about to rain, so that's why I like didn't continue, or else I kind of would have. It was really nice outside. Like, there was a nice breeze. And usually when I go walking, I try to wear like long sleeves and pants and everything, because ticks in PA are crazy, and I'm really afraid of getting Lyme's disease, you know? So I was like, wow, I really don't want that to happen. So let's cover up, right? But when I go out, I do not be covered up, you know what I'm saying? So weight is down, which is good. I'm a little bit behind on my goal, right? Like, end of April, I wanted to be under 280, but that's okay. We'll get there. I think my main goal is probably 220. I looked really good at that weight, but I know I need to be like under 200 to be considered like slightly overweight instead of like morbidly obese, you know? So that's like the actual true goal, you know? I don't know if I showed you guys, got my nails done. I'm not sure if that was the same color as last week. Time flies, right? Time flies when you're having fun. So I do have a fourth date with Thomas. I know, guys. I know. I just talked about my first date, and now we're on our fourth date. We're gonna go see Sinners on Tuesday. He knows I've already seen it, but like I have been raving about it, so he's like, we should go see it again, you know. And I was like, oh, it's kind of cute, you know. So I am super excited about that, and I'm gonna try to do a solid blue look. That's why I know I did blue last time, but it's just like a fun color to do, you know. So, and that's really only the other color I have. Okay, so our second day, we went to Shady Grove, which is in Shadyside. And I took the bus there and walked a little because I was so nervous. I did technically get there like 20 minutes early, but I didn't want to be the first one to sit down, so I kind of waited for him to give me like an ETA text. And he did, but I was literally like, I was like, okay, I should go sit down in this restaurant because figure out what I wanted to eat and stuff. But I walked so slow that like when I was seated, he basically was like, I'm here at the restaurant, where are you? And I was like, oh, I'm upstairs. So that was good. And when the waitress came over, he was like, do you want to wine it down with me tonight? I was like, yeah, I'll wine it down with you. And he's like, okay, red or white? I said white. And then he said sweet or dry. And I was like, dry. And he went with a Pinot Grigio, which is classy as hell. Love a man who, you know, knows the wines, right? Like, that's kind of attractive. And I feel like, yeah, you could argue a lot of men do, but he also knows cocktails, you know, so it's like, and beer. So, like, he's knowledgeable in alcohol, and I find that so impressive. But he's not an alcoholic. I feel like I have to defend myself with that. But he did, so last weekend he went to a wedding, and he really injured his ankle. It's like really, it's ugly. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's ugly, it's puffy. I'm not sure who told him, but someone was like, it's a bone contusion. And they're probably right. Then he went to the doctors, and they were like, it could be broken, but you really, you know, just kind of, if you're putting weight on it, you're fine, type of deal. And he was walking and everything. So yeah, but I'm getting ahead of myself, guys. Okay. So Tuesday at the date, we caught up and everything. I'm trying to think like what else we did. We talked about like everything's just such a blur. Like, you know, I think because we both just like talk super fast. I mean, we've talked about college. We talked about like he like confirmed he had a crush on me, and I was like, what, you know? Um, talked about families again because he has a huge family, apparently related to Andy Warhol. Like that's insane. And Andy Warhol's like, you know, a Pittsburgh person, or was R.I.P. But um, just kind of like, you know, a Pittsburgh famous family tree. It sounded like, and just many different relatives too. And it sounds like it's all on his dad's side because his mom's an only child, you know. So like, I just think that's insane. But I was like, oh, my dad's an only child too, so I get that, you know. Um, and then so since I walked, this was all part of my scheme too. But since I walked there and like slash took the bus, he was like, whenever we were leaving and everything, our date, he was like, do you I was like, okay, bye. I'm gonna walk back to my apartment. He's like, how far is that? I was like, oh, it's like a 30-minute walk, and it's like 9. It's like 10:30 actually at this time. And he's like, no, you're not walking back. Can I at least drive you? Yes, yes, you can drive me. You know. So every girl gets her wish, right? So I was like, so we're in his car. It's a cute car. It's a reliable car. I'm not gonna be like he has this and this. You know, I'm not trying to dox the man, right? But I'm just gonna say it's a reliable car, okay? Because I don't need a man with a sports car, you know. I just need someone reliable, right? So he is taking me to my apartment, and like on the way, he's like guessing like which apartment's mine and everything. And I was like, no, 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 like that's not it. That's not it. Like I was like, why do you keep guessing? Like trying to guess like which apartment is mine. He's like, dude, I'm just so excited to see like your place and like where you live and how you live and everything. And I was like, what the heck? That's so cute, you know? And so finally we pull up to my apartment and I have like lights on my balcony, and I was like, okay, that's where it is. That's my apartment. And he's like, ah, it's so cute. I was like, ah, I love her. And like he parked in the parking lot, and I was like, do you want to come up for a little bit? You know, like come up and see the place? And he's like, yeah, I would love to. So he does, and I show him like my antiques and everything. I didn't really want to show him the bedroom because I was like a bit messy, you know, as y'all can see right now, you know. But he's like, no, I want to see this closet you're talking about with all your clothes. And I was like, oh no. And he's like, I think I have that much clothes too. Like that's okay. I was like, oh, really? So he's like, okay, yeah, Thursday you come over to my place and I'll give you the tour of my apartment. And I was like, oh my god. Okay. Slay. I can do that, you know. Oh, I made these 2 different. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm going for here. Oh my god, this keeps falling in. It's pissing me off, dude. I'm not sure what I'm going for here, so everyone just kind of bear with me, but it should probably work out in the end. Okay, so we planned the 4th date where we go to like a distillery and see his apartment, okay? And that's on Thursday because we both realized that we had Friday off. He had a doctor's appointment and I took off because it was after my GMAT test, which, by the way, guys, did horribly on. And now I'm like, do I want to go to grad school? I just don't know. I know that was like on my New Year's resolution, but I just like, I don't know. I'm just kind of like losing motivation for a lot of things. Oh my god, I'm so sorry that this keeps dropping. I'm watching it fall right now. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. So Thursday rolls around. We also don't text often, which is kind of nice because like I am a busy woman and I always felt like I had to text at like a reasonable time back, but like I can text, you know, a couple times a day and we're fine, you know. Maybe that'll change if we start like officially being something, but like as of right now, like it's totally fine. Look how dark it's getting outside, dude. Like a storm is a brewing, you know? So sorry. So Thursday rolls around, we go to a distillery, or kind of like cocktail, not distillery, cocktail lounge, really, truly, that's what it is. And like the lady makes him an old fashioned, and as she's making my drink, she's like, okay, how do you like her? And we both looked at each other because we were like, oh, is she talking about me? You know, like he's never been there before. So he's like, well, I had a crush on her in college and I think she's pretty cool. And this is our 3rd date and it's going pretty well and everything. And I was just like, what? This is about me, you know? It was so sweet. And she's like, well, that's so cute, but I was asking you about the drink. He's like, oh, the drink's good. So I don't know why I do my lip in the middle of like my eyes, but I do that sometimes, you know. So he and she's like in our conversation, which is fine because she was really good to talk to, and just kind of like bounce off with each other. It was just kind of like us three for a majority of the time. This other couple came in and they had a drink. She kept trying to invite us to this First Friday jazz thing, not jazz, but like, you know, get together type of thing. But we were both busy on Friday. But like, I think he would have wanted me to like hang out with him again, and I was like, oh my gosh, you want to hang out with me again? You know, I don't know. And it's not like I think I'm someone who like no one wants to hang out with me. It's just kind of like my last boyfriend. Just I felt like it was a burden to schedule plans with him, you know. And so the fact that I'm like, this is someone who's like energetic about seeing me again, I was like, oh my god, this is so nice, you know. Like it's so almost different from my last experience. Okay, I wouldn't say this is the best look. Not even in person. I can't really defend it, but we're still rocking along with it. Um, so then we go to another bar because we didn't eat dinner. We're 2 drinks in. Okay. Pretty lit at this point, to be honest. We were gonna go to an Indian place because he likes Indian, and I was like, oh my god, I like Indian too. This is good news to me because that means he likes to eat other types of food besides like burgers and fries, you know, like he'll eat other things. And okay, so we went to this bar and he got wings. He got wings off the bone. Okay. And that's special to me because my last boyfriend didn't like eating things off the bone. And I was just like, why not? I always thought that was weird. So, okay, so we're at the second bar, right? And this woman comes and sits next to me and she starts talking to me and everything. She's like, are y'all together? And I was like, yeah. And I mean it in like we arrived together, you know, not like we're together. But I looked at him for confirmation and he was like, yeah. So that kind of gives me like kind of some faith that he wants a relationship. But also, I don't know if he does. We'll get into that. So she's talking with me and everything, and she's like, how'd y'all meet? And I was like, well, we originally met in college, we were friends. And he like interjects, he's like, I had a crush on her. And I was just like, oh. So I think that's just so cute. Like anytime he's told the story of like how we met or like mentions me or something, he's like, I had a crush on her in college and now we're talking and we're going on dates and everything. I was like, oh my god, like, you know, he truly wants something, you know, like, or truly likes me. And I hate that meme that's like, I hope my next boyfriend likes me. Because, dude, that's so real. And it's not that I thought my last boyfriend didn't like me, but, like, there was a time where I was like, does this guy even want me as a friend, you know? Like, part of being a girlfriend is also the friend, right? And I'm just seeing a girl. You know, I'm just seeing the girl part. Check. I'm not even seeing the friend part, right? So anyways, so she's like, oh, that's so cute. And then she started talking about her relationship. They met, God, I think she said like 3 months ago, already moved in together and like are engaged. And I was like, oh my God, girl. Yeah. When you know, you know, just, you know, support, whatever. It's not for me. It's not for everyone. Right. My parents moved like that as well. So, and they've been married for like 30 plus years. So like to each their own, but, that's just not how I personally would choose to live my love life. Right. So, after she leaves and everything, we like eat. He gets wings, like I said. We're also looking at like our natal charts and everything, because we're both Scorpios. We're 3 days apart. He's an Aquarius moon and Sagittarius rising. I'm a Leo rising and a Taurus moon. And sorry. And like our charts are pretty similar in like what we want out of life and everything. But it's to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, maybe it's a little too similar, you know, and not necessarily complementary. Well, I think some of it was complementary, but yeah, you know, and also like, it's just something silly, goofy, you know, like at the end of the day, what does it matter, right? So I need to stop saying so. I feel like I've replaced that with and I just don't know which is better, right? Continuing on with my story, we we had like another drink there as well, and then we went back to his place, and he showed me around. Clean apartment, clean apartment, had separate shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, had body lotion, okay, and smelled good, good decorations, like actually had decorations on its walls, like, and yeah, they were silly, but like, okay, they were something, you know, like it wasn't like a tapestry, like it was actually framed pictures. Also update, this finally fell out, thank God. And like I said, clean room, beautiful like overlook that he had of like the part of the city he's in. Just kind of like he could be like Batman basically. And nice kitchen. I was like, okay, I could cook here, you know. And clean bathroom, which I was like, okay, slay. You know, I really need to step up my game because I'm not a clean person at all. At all, okay? And we like started talking on the couch and everything. Once again, still comparing like our chart and everything. And then like I noticed that he had like picture albums and he like pulled them out and showed me. He's like, yeah, don't tell my mom this, but I'm like secretly sentimental. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. I was like, I have lots of picture books like these too. Like I love my friends so much. So we bonded over that. He showed me just like a lot of like hikes and camping trips he went on. And it looked like it was a boys trip. So that kind of made me happy because I was like, I'll camp, but I won't hike and camp. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to scale a mountain and then you ask me to lay my head down on a tent. Hell no, dude. I need a comfy ass bed after that, right? So I don't think I'll have to be endured into that. But I also did tell him that I was like, I will never go ice skating. I'm letting you know that right now. I'll never go ice skating. He's like, okay, I'll never take you ice skating. Okay, winter is like, you know, a long time away. Like, okay, like, do you want me, yes or no? You know? And there's still a part of me that like, oh, we're just like friends, you know? But, okay, guys, also, I did spend the night. I know, but no freaky business went, okay? I didn't do anything freaky. I simply stayed in my lane. We made out a lot. We talked about like his love life, his exes and everything. We talked about like, you know, personal development, things that we learned from like our early 20s to like our late 20s now, you know. So that was just really nice to, you know, get to know him more and everything. And just like, I don't know, it's just like, it's nice hanging out with him. I really, you know, I really do enjoy hanging out with him. Like I said, we're going to see each other on Thursday. Super excited, or Tuesday, excuse me. Super excited for that. And I don't know when our next date is going to be after that. Maybe it'll just be Friday or something. I might just staying in because I feel like he's been spending a lot of money on me, which very hot, very sexy. Okay, I do enjoy that. But in this economy, babe, like you have to be careful. Okay, I need to be careful too. Like I'm not, you know. But so I don't know. What's everyone's favorite inside date? Because I don't, it, you know, like, oh, maybe we'll start like watching a show or something because he keeps talking about Succession or something like that, which I do know what that is. I'm not like, what is that? I do know that show because it's like all over Tumblr. But I think that would be good to like stay inside. Maybe I'll make something. I don't know. Like, you know, I'm trying to just come up with ideas because he's planned every single one, you know. So it's like, girl, I need to step up my game. And I'm a little bit free with my time now that I'm not studying for the GMAT. But that's also, you know, a crisis I'm having is like, do I want to go to grad school? And then it's like, oh, you know, I feel like I'm disappointing my dad at the same time because I'm like, told him I really wouldn't do this. And now I'm just like, I just don't know right now, Dad. So I had to have that conversation with him, you know. And that's, you know, scary and hard. And I hate doing that. I hate being a disappointment. You know. So that's all that. And then I did go to Maryland, visit my friend. We just had so much fun. We went out, we drank, we went to a street festival, we saw a live band, we went to a vinyl place. I got 2 new records. We drank again. I met her new boyfriend. He's chill. Got some good food there. We chatted the whole entire time, just like catching up. I mean, I literally haven't seen her in like 3 years. And like, we just always have fun together. Like, just always have fun, you know? Talk about boys, talk about careers, you know, like it's always just a good time with her. I just love her so much. So I also did like a fun little day trip to Gettysburg for like literally an hour. And then I also did, I went to the Flight 93 Memorial. That's in PA. So that was interesting to see. I've never been there before. I think that's all I have for you guys. So thank you for listening to me about my man. My man? My man. You know? Yeah, I guess that's my roster, you know? And we haven't talked about exclusivity yet or anything. I don't know if that's what he wants. I think I brought this up though. Is like he was like telling me about like his past relationships and everything, and he's never really been like in a true relationship. It's always like he's kind of had like, I guess, long-term nutty buddies, you know? And his most recent one was literally like in between the week that like we reconnected and everything. And she started dating someone else. So now I think now, I don't think he has a roster, but I don't know. You know, I'll have to investigate, dive in a little, see what's going on. But I don't want to be the one to bring that up because it's like, that makes me seem like I'm the one who wants a relationship. And yeah, guys. Yeah, I do. Okay, yeah, I want a relationship with him. But, I don't know. I'm afraid to admit that. So I'm just like, I'm trying to be a chill girl, you know, like I'm chill, I'm cool, you know, like everything, I can do anything, right? So we'll see about all of that, but I'll keep you guys updated and we'll talk next week, guys. Okay.